welcome back to another exciting and wonderful storytelling session. This is Ate Hyren, your fairy storyteller for today. But wait, do you know where am I? Well, I am in the middle of a forest. And hey, take a look at this. Whoa! Do you know what this little tiny thing called? Yippee-dippy right! It is a firefly! Goodbye, little firefly! I guess you already know what our story is all about. Are you excited to hear our story for today? Well, the title of our story is Where Did All the Fireflies Go? Story by Renee, Juliene, Karunungan, illustrated by Irish Pearl Flores, and translated by Mark Daniel Fortaleza. And this is brought to us by St. Matthew's Publishing and KAYO'Y Press. Let us all find out about the friendship between a boy and a firefly and why little firefly looks for a safer place far from her best friend. Let's begin!
Tonyo and Ningning were born on the same day. As Tonyo wheeled his way out of his mother's womb, Ningning hatched slowly from her egg. One came to the world with bright eyes, the other with a bright light. By the time she could fly, Ningning became more curious. She flew over to the open window of the house near the tree she lived in. She found her way in front of Tonyo, his little fingers trying to catch her light. From that day on, both Tonyo and Ningning became very good friends. On good summer days, they would run around in the garden or play hide and seek. They even had their own secret code, with Ningning flickering her lights in different patterns and Tonyo using his flashlight in the same way. They were the best of friends and nothing could separate them. One day, Tonyo was waiting for Ningning to call him to go out and play. He had not seen Ningning in days. He had been waiting by his window, waiting for the familiar flicker of lights. 1, 2, 3, short, long, short. Their signal for it's time to play. Tonyo waited and waited and waited, but there was no Ningning that day, and there was no Ningning the next day or the day after next. Where is Ningning? He thought. He looked out his window and realized that the garden was dark. There were no fireflies in sight. Then, one night, while Tonyo was looking out his window, he saw a small flickering light slowly coming towards him. It was Ningning. "Ningning, where have you been? Where did all the fireflies go?" asked Tonyo. "Tonyo, we are all getting sick. We are moving out of the city," Ningning said, coughing in between sentences. "But why? What happened?" Tonyo asked. Ningning told him the story of when the fireflies started getting sick. It started, she said, when people began cutting trees, bought more cars, built more factories that polluted the air, threw garbage everywhere, and when it became too hot for the fireflies to fly or move around. "There are barely any plants for us to live and feed on. The dirty air is making it difficult for us to breathe. It also became too hot for us to fly around. The pond where we get water has also dried up," said Ningning. Tonyo saw his surroundings in a new light. Tonyo remembered his classmates in school. Many of them were getting sick lately, And yes, the sun became too hot even for them to play outside. They would get rashes because of the heat. Tonyo realized that so much has changed in their community. Ning Ning sniffed and coughed. She couldn't fly properly. She was feeling dizzy. "Are you okay, Ning Ning? Have you taken some medicine?" Tonyo asked as he held Ning Ning in his hands. "I am okay for now, but we can stay here. We will all get sicker," she added, tears falling from her eyes. "Are you leaving too?" Tonyo asked. "Yes, that's why I came tonight. We need to evacuate to a safer place, a place where our homes will not be destroyed. I wanted to say goodbye." Can't you stay? Maybe we can fix this," Tonyo said. "It is not that easy, Tonyo. Some people only care about themselves. They don't go out to play with us like you do. They don't see us. They don't think we are important," replied Ning Ning. "But..." Tonyo started to protest, only to be interrupted by two other fireflies. "Let's go, Ning Ning. We have no more time." It was Ning Ning's parents. "Goodbye, Tonyo. I hope we will meet again someday." Tonyo watched as Ning Ning flew farther and farther away until there was no light inside. Tonyo still waited for Ning Ning every day. He did whatever he could to make the fireflies come back. Tonyo made sure that they segregated their trash at home. He taught his friends to do the same in their houses too. He rode his bike or walked with his parents more often. He planted more trees in their neighborhood to make sure his firefly friends had homes to live in when they come back. Years have passed and Tonyo made new friends in school, graduated from college, and started a family of his own. He still lived in the same house where he grew up in. He never forgot Ning Ning, his firefly friend. Because of her, he decided to work for the environment to do bigger things. Tonyo's garbage segregation project in school and at home inspired the mayor to do the same thing for their entire community. Tonyo helped close down polluting factories. He also introduced clean technology like electric cars and small wind turbines that brought electricity to their community without pollution. He helped make his city clean and green in small and big ways. One night, while Tonyo was putting his son to sleep, he heard some small tapping on the window. He saw a familiar flicker of lights. 1, 2, 3, short, long, short. "Welcome back," said Tonyo as he smiled. He opened the window to greet his old friend who came with a smaller firefly in hand. Then the whole garden started to light up again.
That's the end of our story. Where did all the fireflies go? Fireflies only live in places with fresh water and clean air. Firefly population is on a decline. Causes of this includes climate change, pollution, and habitat destruction. When their habitat is destroyed, they don't actually migrate just like in the story, but they just disappear. So, it is really important to take good care with our Mother Nature so that fireflies and other animals or insects can grow and live freely without fear and danger. I hope you all learned a lot for today's story. Again, this is Ate Hyren. Always remember, this planet is our one and only home. We have no other choice but to take care of it. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and follow our Facebook page and YouTube channel for more stories. Goodbye!